Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from tinaheals.com, and if you have an Aquarius rising, welcome. So this is fixed air scatter, as I told you guys, and it's about communication and very social. But Aquarius is probably the least social of the air signs. It is fixed, so there is focus, there's endurance, ruled by Saturn in traditional astrology and Uranus in modern astrology. So if you really look at Saturn, you get a more rounded understanding of Aquarius, but Uranus is more generational, and you don't get such a nuanced understanding of your ascendant lord when you take Uranus. So I like to look at both. So let us discuss Saturn, because Aquarius can be very revolutionary, very Uranian, but there is a Saturnine element to them. They can be very fixed, very rigid, very non-compromising. Some of the greatest dictators have been Aquarius rising, or some of the greatest military minds have been Aquarius risings, generals. So with Aquarius rising, when you walk into a room, people see that Saturn in you. Or if you're vibing more with Uranus, they see that, rabble-rousing, iconoclastic side to you. But if you're more of the Saturn, then you're more of the traditionalist. Now, if you think of Saturn as a wall, okay, what it encloses as a sort of an enclosure like this, what it encloses is Capricorn, and what is out there in the unknown is Aquarius. Aquarius rules all things unknown, all things futuristic, all things tech related. So when you are, and Mercury is exalted in Aquarius, they say that no planet is actually exalted, but some astrologers do agree that Mercury is exalted here and can bring a lot of clarity. Aquarius is not a small time thinker. They're very futuristic is one thing, and they are visionaries. Aries and Aquarius are the two most visionary signs of the zodiac, and like I said, that there is not a lot of giving with this energy. There is not even a lot of taking, and it's not a personal energy, it's a human sign because it is depicted by the water bearer. And this brings out a lot of misunderstandings, that some people think Aquarius is a water sign. It is not. The water bearers actually pour forth the waters of knowledge for humanity. That is the job of the water bearer. Okay, now when you have your rising in Aquarius, you have rules. It's not that you're a complete anarchist. Many Aquarians can be anarchist, but you do have a set of rules. Even the anarchists have a manifesto. But Aquarius likes to emphasize their rules, and they do not adhere to the rules of society per se. But 11th house is the house of community. So they're very community oriented, not very good when dealing with one-to-one. As I say, Aquarius rising can be great friends. They are not the friends who will sup with you or cry with you or howl with you, but they are the friends who will give you clarity and will help you move on from a painful, toxic situation, because ultimately they're very philanthropic. Very philanthropic. This is the archetype of the innovator. So they're constantly looking at innovating. You must have seen, as Aquarius rising, no matter what you do, you want to bring in a dash of eccentricity, a dash of the whimsical, a dash of the functional, as well as a dash of the future, because you understand that there are things that we cannot understand. Humans see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum, hear less than 1% of the acoustic spectrum. So, immediately, as an Aquarius rising, there is more out there. Hair could be brittle, nails could be brittle, bones could be brittle. Not too much weight usually stays with this fixed air. Okay, not like Capricorn, which is again Saturn ruled, but can put on a lot of weight. It depends on other placements, of course. Aquarius is very rigid, can also be very frigid energy. okay, sexually, unless they are, even when it comes to sex, they're never conventional. They're very unconventional in their approach to the whole process of courting and sexual interaction. They're not, they have their rules, yes, but they do not adhere to what you and me think is the right way to do it. If you and me think this is the right way to do it, they will purposely refute what we have to say. But you are an Aquarius rising, so you get what I'm saying. Okay, you don't ever want to be a part of the crowd. Even the way you dress, you can have tons of piercings, okay, tons of like body modifications, even hormonal treatments, botoxes. Yeah, Libras are more into the beautification of it all, the like surgical processes to beautify, that is cardinal air. But Aquarius will do eccentric things like body mods. I think that is a very, very Aquarian trend. Tons of piercings, tattoos, anything that, and if everyone's doing tattoos, Aquarius is not going to do tattoos. Okay, they'll probably get a ear modification or some crazy, black eyeballs or something completely different, something iconoclastic, something that does not make them a part of the herd. They are not of the herd mentality. Okay, they don't like that. Now you have to understand that Aquarius is not as earthy as Capricorn, which is against Saturn rule. It has more buoyancy because it's air, so it's more uplifting as an energy. Is not so very pessimistic and pulling you down with it, because it is forever searching for universal truths. This is oftentimes called the Nikola Tesla sign, because of the innovative, and also the philanthropic side. He wanted to give people free energy. This is the coming of the age of Aquarius. So this is a very, very important sign. Humanity is functioning from an Aquarius ascendant as of now. So, it's something we need to understand. It's quirky. It's not an easy energy. It's a very complex energy. Think of the two waves, sine and cosine waves of creation. Okay, it is a very it's a watcher for sure, because it's a watcher who watches from outside. Like I said, Aquarius is outside, and this is the wall that is Saturn, so Aquarius will climb on that and take notes of everything Saturnine, Capricornian, that is the world, all its hierarchies. And Aquarius is cold and detached and uses Saturn through a yang air, and is forever the watcher on the outskirts. That's very Aquarian energy. Okay, they always like to watch, and they can compare. As an Aquarius rising, you're like, okay, this is how this is done, and this is how this person does it, or this group of people, this is how they do it, this is how they do it, this is the most effective way to do it. Again, optimization, like Virgo. Even Capricorn optimizes, but Aquarius is optimization in a very futuristic level. Oftentimes, if you're an Aquarius rising, people do not get what you say. People think it's gibberish. They don't know how to interpret you or how to label you, because you can't be labeled. You're a very complex energy to start off with. That's why there's this Uranus being your ruler. Uranus is the epiphany, the spiritual epiphany. So with Aquarius comes the spiritual epiphany. It's a ruler of the 11th house of the natural zodiacal mandala. So here, this is a good house of blessings. So in a way, Saturn blesses Aquarius, I think, a bit more than Capricorn, because in Capricorn is very harsh. So as an Aquarius rising, yes, you're quirky, yes, you're offbeat, yes, you're whimsical, yes, you're eclectic, you can be stubborn, you can be arrogant, fixed. Polarity is Leo. Leo, it's about, I'm the star of the show, and Aquarius is like the kingmaker. Leo is the king and Aquarius is the kingmaker. Okay, king and hand of the king. You can look at it like that. Tyrion Lannister and Robert Baratheon. Okay, that could be. With air can be very diffusing and can get flustered easily, but this is fixed air. Saturn's fixed air. So it's not an energy that gets easily flustered or nervous. It can hold its own. This is something this makes you a leader. You can shine in politics. You can shine in very many things if you can, work with your eccentricities and integrate them in your personality so they're harmonious. And even if you're offbeat and you're the outsider, there's an appeal to having that outsider on your team. I think that works with the Aquarius energy. It's a very powerful vibe, okay? The mad scientist. Think about the mad scientist, Nikola Tesla sign, right? Not Thomas Edison. He's more Capricornian, if I may say, or maybe, I don't know, Taurus or something. But I think he had some Aquarius in him, actually. But Aquarius doesn't steal and use and not give credit. Aquarius likes to give credit. That's a big part of this energy, all right? Now, Aquarius, because it deals with aliens, future technologies, it can interface with such realities and get us information. Okay, it can be very, very psychic. Okay, very, very psychic. And this unknown, Aquarius rules all the unknown. It is ready to delve into the unknown and to truly look. Scorpios are the thing that I can think of that likes to look at the abyss, and the abyss looks back and they're not scared. Aquarius is like that, probably more so because that's Mars and this is Saturn, a more mature expression. Saturn's the ruler of the planetary sphere, the seventh ruler, the seventh planetary sphere, the highest of them all. And then you have the fixed stars, which are, celestial beings. So definitely with this energy, there is a need to be the outsider, because no matter how good life is, you feel like you don't belong. Okay, no, I'm not. I don't belong to that group. Even if you're a part of that group, you'll organize parties, call people over, but you do not truly belong. And problems with the family can arise with an Aquarius rising. You probably noticed that. Sometimes they think of you as a black sheep of the family. And interestingly, there was a meme going around on Facebook that said the black sheep is the healer, the shaman. So something to think about. The water bearer is pouring forth the waters of wisdom, so receive. That is the gift, and you are here to gift that water. Think of the star card of the tarot and you will see. A very precious rising. So when you have Aquarius as the first house, you're definitely very eccentric, whimsical, Saturnine, as I said, serious. Don't get flustered. You're very serious and thinnish, usually Aquarius. Second house of income is Pisces. So, problematic stuff with Pisces. Like your finances, you can never quite get a grip at your finances, right? And third house is Aries. So problems and conflicts with siblings. Fourth house would be Taurus. Family and foundations are solid. You find harmony in them. Okay. Fifth house is Gemini. And, relationships. Not an easy thing for an Aquarius rising. Let me tell you, not very good with relationships. So that's something to think of, okay? And then moving on to Cancer, which is your sixth house. Take care of health. So take care of your breasts and stomach. And seventh house, your polarity is Leo. So dramatic partner for sure. Sometimes, you like that drama and that flair and that eccentricity that Leo brings. And then you have Virgo as your eighth house. So, systematic, work-oriented with your tax. You like to clear things off, And ninth house is Libra. So the way you sort of move around with higher education, move around from place to place and experience higher education, that can be fun for you. And your 10th house is Scorpio. So you're like, in a sense, you could be an investigator of sorts, for sure. Okay, and sorry, your polarity, I'm completely going off because I've got my battery that is showing me I don't have much battery. So I completely went off. Your 7th house is Leo, 8th house Virgo, 9th house Libra, 10th house Scorpio. So as I said, you like to get deep into a subject, and people see that when they see your midheaven, and that's how you will get social recognition. And Sag being your 11th house, writing could be something, you know, getting published about the innovations you're working on, and there's something Aquarius is always working on. And then you have your 12th house, which is Capricorn. Sorry, you have your 12th house, which is Capricorn. So you're going to have Earth 12th house, Saturn based, ruled by a malefic, although Saturn finds joy in the 12th house. So could be something tangible from your ancestors. It could come into your hands as well. Something through the dreams, something that has been ancient knowledge that has been passed down. Saturn deals with ancient knowledge. Now, if you have a Pisces rising, this is mutable water, ruled by Jupiter or Neptune in modern astrology, and Pisces rules the feet. So you're always on a journey, you're forever walking back to source, because this is the last sign of the zodiac. Pisces rising, you're very beautiful, the way you look, and you know, oftentimes you have the fish type of eyes, you know, eyes like a fish, quite far, wide apart. Many Pisces rising, they have that like very beautiful eyes. Venus is exalted here, feminine, you know, water. So Venus being exalted is, you immediately understand, it's very beautiful rising to have. Okay, it's a psychic sort of vibe you get when you have a Pisces rising. You walk in and you sort of know what people are thinking, and people know you know. They know you know. You know they know, right? So that is there with the Pisces. Very empathic, very compassionate, very into healing. This is the sign that deals with spiritual healing. Its polarity, Virgo, deals with the healing of the physical body. So here you are very emotionally intuitive. Okay, definitely you are very emotional. You can cry a lot. Pisces cries a lot. So you've seen that if you have a Pisces. I have a Pisces moon, I know that. Very feeling oriented. Okay, and high emotional intelligence.